Good afternoon, friends, followers, channel members. How are you all doing? Hope you're all well. Oh man, it's great to be back. It feels like ages since we've done this. Life is seriously getting in the way at the minute. So apologies for a lack of live streams, lack of content, but school holidays, work, wife's work, as I popped in the Discord yesterday. Yeah, things just not running smoothly in the way of spare time at the moment. But I do have some time this afternoon, so I wanted to do a nice, decent length real ops flight, full real world procedures and all the stuff that we usually do here with our real ops flights, and a decent one for you as well. A couple of hours. Real world ops flight times from Krakow over to Gatwick. Lots of ATC online as well at the moment as well. So hopefully we'll get quite a nice realistic flight to take you through into the evening. So hope you're all doing well. Thanks for coming on board nice and early. Great to see you guys and our amazing channel members as always as well. We've got David, Flying Cube, DC Jordan's here, Dr. Magic Strico, hello as well, and Ryanair 511. Don't worry, we'll not rib you too much. Thank you so much for the early follow. I've just realised the overhead banner's not working. This is what happens when I have a break from streaming. I forget how to actually set everything up. So just bear with me 1 minute, and then that should all work. As long as I haven't forgotten how to fly the plane, that's the main thing. There we go. Lovely. It's the same thing for the guys who do it in the real world. You know, a couple of weeks off, suddenly get back in and think, right, got to remember what to do now. Christian, good afternoon. Ancient DL, Leo's Trains, Acula's also here. Old Man's also here as well. And James Clark, Captain Nashia, and British 919. Hope you're all doing well, guys. And to those of you watching on Twitch as well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Yeah, so beautiful day here in Krakow. The sun is shining, and I'm not actually sure what the weather's going to be doing in Gatwick. We'll have a look at that in a minute. And Dr. Magic celebrating 38 months of channel membership. That is amazing. Says I'm off this week so I can watch the stream on the bigger telly. Unless someone else comes in and wants to watch something like Peppa Pig. You've got the TV to yourself, have you? Fantastic. Ancient Dano says a 757 Jet 2 has just touched down in Manchester. An emergency. They had one of those recently, I think. I mean, aircraft are getting pretty old now, aren't they? But I'm sure all is well and all is safe. Peter ATCO, hello! It's the big 30 for you. Time for a minor midlife crisis. I mean, that's midlife if you make it to 60. I'm sure you will. So yeah, I think I'm definitely I'm definitely middle aged now. I think statistically that can be said. Hey Matt, good to see you as well. Right, operational flight plan, let's crack on. I say nice 2-hour flight today, and we were meant to push back in about 4 minutes. That's not going to happen, is it? So let's have a look through the stuff. So we're underloaded by over 4 ton. That is fine. Our takeoff weight is probably going to be about a max landing weight, so I don't need to worry about that. Alternate today is Stansted, usual cost index of 4. Planned cruise is 38, so we'll check we can make that without having to step climb our way up as we go. Hey Aviate, good to see you. Shear rate 5.6, that should be alright. 830 miles, expected 07 for departure, 26 left for our arrival. Fuel is just under 7.5 tons plug fuel, CNR is 2.1. And just having a look as we go, there's no terrain on here, so that's fine. Yeah, all is good. And then just having a look at the worst case scenario. This is, I don't think I've ever said this before, but the weather you get here on this page, right at the top of your screen there, that is the worst case scenario. So, you know, if it thinks like there's a probability of 30 that something bad's going to happen, it will pop it on there. So always worth that. That's great for an overview, showing you your worst case possibilities, but always obviously check how realistic that weather is. Has a chance of actually coming to fruition. David 990, mate, what an amazing way to kick off this, well, this first live stream in God knows how long. Gifting 10 Easyjet Pilot channel memberships. David, thank you so much. That is awesome support, David. Really do appreciate that, particularly as I say, we've been away for quite some time. So welcome to all our new channel members. Remember, if you're on our Discord server, link your Discord to your YouTube account, and then you get access to the VIP rooms as well. So weather in Krakow here, yeah, I said it already, looks it looks fine. And then Gatwick, worst case, we've got a ceiling of around 1,400 feet, light crosswind, but visibility is fine, so it's all Cat 1. Worst case at Luton and Bristol, yeah, but it's still all Cat 1. That the cloud base is just dropping basically as the evening goes on. Right, weather brief, let's have a proper look. So that's all fine at the moment. That's Gatwick. Forecast is, yeah, to be fair, the temporary forecast won't begin until sort of 7 o'clock tonight. We should be there probably just before then, I hope. And then, yeah, there's just that little probability there. Oh, actually, that's tomorrow. Oh, forget that. Oh, it's going to be fine. It's fine. Right, that's our flight route straight over Germany and the Netherlands. Right, en route weather, here we go. Some CBs, yeah, nothing out of the ordinary for this time of year. Some CBs in the way, sadly no working weather radar. We are planned 38, that's up to 37, but obviously they can maybe go a little bit higher. So we'll just have to keep an eye out for that. We'll fly around those if we've got any problems. And then as we're coming in, we can just see icing. So icing is a bit of a threat today as we're coming down during the descent. So keep an eye on those temperatures as well. Other than that, that all looks straightforward. Just get down to the bottom chart. Make sure there's no wind shear. No, there's no dramatic changes on there. So that's okay. Where are we? We're stand 10 today. So nothing on here, I think. This room is closed overnight. Yeah, that's fine. Gatwick. We could probably read these in the cruise, to be fair. We've got long enough, but I don't think there's anything there that's going to affect us. Overnight closures in place for 26 left. We're going to be in there well before that. We'll have run out of fuel before that starts, so that's no problem. So yeah, that's all looks good. What fuel are we going to go then and take? So plug wall 7-4. It's a little bit busy, so maybe for a holding time, something like that. We'll take, I reckon if we took I'll take 7.8 tons. 7.8 tons. That should be fine for us. Hey Morgan, good to see you. Hope you're enjoying your holidays. Right, so yeah, 7-8 ton, that's fine. Let's just tell the ground crew that is indeed what we want. Yeah, there you go. Look, we're late. 7-8, and GSX can sort that out. Lovely. Okay, so let's go find our aircraft then, shall we? And as you will see, it is a beautiful day here in Krakow. It's gorgeous. We're going to be chasing that sun all the way into the evening. But yeah, that looks fine. So refueling truck has been called. We'll get on board and we'll start setting up. And I think we've got we did have ATC knocking about. They've just logged off, but I think we've got some ATC over Germany, so we'll have that a little bit later on. Cool. Let's hop on. There's the fuel truck. Awesome, so let's just check we're in good stead. We've got the pumps are off, we're on external power at the moment. Just turn these down because I bet it's warm. I don't know what the actual temperature is, I've not checked yet. Packs are off, nav lights are on, just flip those to off. That's all done. Lovely, let's just check. We've got spoilers, flaps, parking brakes on, gear extension, yeah, that should be squawking to 1000 standby. Fine, acupressure is not in the green, that's okay. Good, alright, so we've got our company message for the load sheets, so that's fine. Let me grab the weather then and see what we've got. Oh, weekends are. I don't even see my wife at a weekend. No, I do. That's why I'm not. That's why I'm not around on weekends. So we've got current METAR then is winds 070 at 11. It's cav okay. It's 28 degrees and the QNH is 1015. Lovely. Let's go and set all that up. So 1015 is correct, yeah, and we're on Unicom at the moment, monitoring the guard frequency as well. In fact, I am just going to come off Unicom for the time being, so whilst we're setting up. Switching panels fine, thrust levers, engine mode, master selection, they're all good. We'll get constraints on here, QNH is 1015, that's fine, excellent. Let me get the flight plan sorted. Come on. There we go. Look at that. Bang on 2 hours our flight time today. Right, so 3 nav greens. They're fine. Aircraft status. Yes, FM's correct. TRX cycle. Beautiful. And just want to check the GPS, yeah, that'll look fine as well. Okay. In a request. Hey Mark, good to see you. Hope you're having a good week as we enter the midweek point, isn't it? Right, let me grab the flight plan up on screen and then we can pop this in together. So, we are nice call sign today. Easy 39 Echo Delta. It's not going to no tongue twisters today. Temperature 28 degrees. Ouch. Tropo is 39610. That's close enough. Grab the winds. IRS in it. That's all fine. Yeah. They match, so cruise flight is 380 and our temperature is 52. Afternoon to you, Jet. Mark, you're back at work this week. Oh well, never mind, mate. Right, getting off 07 and Umfall 2 Fox. And then arrival should be 26 left, Tebra 2 Golf arrival. Do you know what? I can't remember which waypoint that comes in via. Hang on. We're on Lido charts as well, of course, now that we've got this as an option. Tebra 2 Golf. And it comes in via Timber. So that's 814 miles. I've got 830 miles. Perfect. So they match up. All is well there. Okay, and Radna page. We'll just hard tune the Krakow VOR, and then onto our init B page. Hopefully got some load sheets from the ground now. There we go. So our zero fuel weight is 56.9. Zero fuel weight CFG is 31.5. Just make a note of that.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board our Easyjet service. Please place your large...
Peter, that is awesome, mate. Thank you so much here for the standard pre-departure donation. Peter, I hope you've had some time off as well. It is the holidays, so time with the family. Hopefully you've not been too busy keeping the skies safe. But as always, Peter, really appreciate your support, my friend. Thank you so much for that. What's our alternate fuel? 1.1.
until the seatbelt sign is turned on. This is a no smoking service. Thank you.
And see what the fuel planning says. We're taking 7.8 tons. At least that's what I've told the guys underneath the aircraft. Tom and Mikey, hello sir. How are you? Thank you for joining us. Hope you're well. Block fuel there is 7.8. We're actually taking 7.7. We're taking 7.8. So pop that in, which gives a takeoff weight of 645. Perfect. That is our max landing weight. So don't need to worry about that. If something blows up after departure, then we'll already be underneath our maximum landing weight, as we'll have burnt off a load of fuel as we go. So that's fine. That's fine. Our takeoff weight CFG is estimated 29.4. Right, I believe passengers are now coming on board, so that's fine. I've just turned up the PA announcements. I forgot to set up cabby before we started, but never mind. We'll have the default Easyjet announcements today. So dun. Right, onto the takeoff performance page then. Tom and Mike, long haul Honolulu to Tampa. How long does that take? Right, so 07 dry, flaps 1, no need to force torque, anti-ice off, packs will be off, takeoff weight is 64.5, CFG is 29.4. And any intersection data? No, we'll go full length then. 39.42. And that's flaps 166. Lovely. Right, let's have a look at the engine out procedures and thrust reduction, acceleration values, etc. So, Sim Smart, what we got? So it's noise abatement 2. Take 200 off these now for the new SOPs. So that's going to be 1591 for all of those. That's done. And what is the engine out procedure? Standard left turn back to the VOR and hold. That's pretty straightforward then, isn't it? So secondary flight plan, copy our active, and just pop in the CAC VOR as it is. Enter the hold. Inbound course is 099 right turns. And should we then need to hold, let's get the arrival back in. Echo Papa Kilo to come back here to Krakow. And on AV7 approach. No start, but there will be... Oh, I thought there'd be a VOR. Okay, no VIA. Fine. Okay, that should all work for us. So, just confirming that Engine out procedure is above 2,300 feet. It is a left turn. I think there's some terrain actually to the south of us, so that would make sense.
Hello. May I see your boarding pass?
Oh. Hey, everyone's coming on board. Lovely.
Welcome on board.
Peter says vacation was a bit of a disaster, truth be told. First little one got chickenpox, and then you got them. Oh, how did you get on? But I had them as an adult. Not nice. Not nice. Hope you didn't itch too much.
Good afternoon.
5-6 destroyer captain, do you happen to know why his Phoenix during the approach phase engaged flaps up, spoilers up, speed engaged, speed automatically decreases below minimums and goes into a stall? It would be difficult to say without seeing exactly what's going on the FMAs, what modes you're in and things like that. Although if you're on the final approach and you're starting to, oh my god, that bus has just wiped out all my passengers. If you're on final approach and you've got everything in manage mode, it's going to start hitting constraints, slowing you down to like 180 knots or something like that. If you've got the flaps up, then you're going to have issues. Peter, you don't think you've ever been in that ill in your life? It's serious, isn't it, as an adult? In fact, I got it when because I never had it as a kid. I got it when my lad had it. I ended up in hospital. So, yeah, chickenpox is not fun. Not fun at all. Small says, hi, I'm sort of new here. Well, welcome. I have a question. Is ILS restricted to only poor visibility conditions at night, or can pilots choose the approach method? So ILS is I would say, if an airport has an ILS, then 99% of the time, that is the approach that you are going to be flying. They don't give you other approaches just for the fun of it. The only reason they wouldn't give you an ILS approach if an ILS was there and installed would be if it's not working for some reason. So yeah. Leos, can we turn the announcements up? No, Leo. The reason I don't do that is because it's realistic to have them in the background. You wouldn't normally hear them. So keep it as real as possible. That's how we try to do. Anyway, we were just having a look at that second flight plan, making sure that looks right. Yeah, there it is. There's the hold, and there's the approach back in white. So that's all fine. Here of that. Okay, let's look at briefing the departure then, and anything else we need to have a look at with the flight. Before we go any further then, been through the tech log. There's nothing wrong with our aircraft apart from the weather radar, which could be a bit of an issue, but it's daytime. We'll have a look. We'll not fly anything through, anything we don't like. Few CBs on board and then icing it as we're coming in, so we should be prepared for that. But yeah, other than that, aircraft is fine. No times that are going to affect our departure today. Let's have a look at the departure then and go through and brief it. Now, I really do like having the LiDAR charts, but still feel that it's not quite as intuitive as, what do you call it, the Jepson charts. So let me have a look, see if I can just get these up. So we're stand, where are you? Yeah, so we are on stand 10 today. So we're going to push back, we're going to face north, and we'll taxi out then. We'll take Zulu 5, we'll basically taxi all the way onto Alpha. We'll taxi onto Zulu 5, then we'll take Alpha, which is then a nice long taxi down here. Look, sorry, it's not Alpha, it's Bravo. It's Bravo, not Alpha. Bravo all the way down here, full length departure via intersection Foxtrot. And then it's departure off 07, so that's straightforward. It is a pretty decent taxi time. So I think what we'll do is we'll get one engine started for the push. Once we're on Bravo, we'll get engine 2 up and running. Although, engine 2 up and running last time we've done it? Yeah, why not? Why not? If we need to wait, we'll wait. But yeah. So yeah, we'll do single engine taxi, and once we're onto Bravo, then I'll get the second engine started. Let's have a look at the departure chart then. So we're on the Omfall 2 Fox. Here it is. So it's straight out then, and first turn to the left. First turn to the left, and our initial climb is flight level 110. So I'm just going to set that on the FCU. Right, initial climb at flight level 110. MSA as we depart is 3,000, raising to 32 as we head towards Dufa. Things to be aware of then. Yeah, that's the terrain all to the south. You can see, right, it actually rises really steep, doesn't it? It's above 10,000 feet, so anything goes wrong, let's not fly south. Other than that, it's pretty straightforward. Any threats or anything that we want to be aware of? There's no ATC, so obviously listening out on Unicom, good comms, stuff like that. But all in all, yeah, it's pretty straightforward departure. If something goes bang after V1 and we need to sort ourselves out with an engine out procedure, that is, I'll pull the heading bug so we continue straight out, and then once we're above 2,300 feet, it'll be a left-hand turn, enter the hold at the Krakow VOR, and we'll hold there at 3,000 feet, which is bang on MSA. So that's fine. Then we can easily get ourselves back in. I don't think there's anything else on the chart. Say, I'm just looking all over this chart because I'm still finding our way around this app. Oh, and transition altitude 6,500 feet. Fine. Good. I think we're done. All done. Let's get the airport chart back up then. I need that for taxi. Lovely. Right. I'm aware there's a lot of questions in the chat. That is great. Please stay there. I promise I will come and answer those. Or I might have to ask you to ask them again, but I will answer those once we're airborne. But yeah, let's get going. So APU, let's get that on. So 1, 2, 3. There we go. James, if you're in the USA, controllers in America love to give visual approaches. Basically, they're just handing responsibility over to the pilot, saying, if you can see the airport, there you go ahead and land. It's you don't get that so much in Europe, but you do in America. They love a good visual approach. Nothing wrong with you having that the ILS tuned in, though, just so you can see it. Got a bit of a reference. Right, load sheet. Let's just check all these figures. Take away at 64.4. That's fine. I accept that. And our zero fuel weight CVG set at 1.5. Excellent. No LMCs. So we are we're good to go. So APU is running. Quick look. Make sure there's no ATC around at the moment. There is not. Fine. So let's APU is up and running, available. Wonderful. Refueling's completed. So pumps can come on. External power is off. Refueling's completed. Seatbelt signs are now on. Airbase 96, hello to you. Oh, turn that on. Just give that another. In fact, it's been a minute, so we'll get the APU bleed on. Passengers will be boiling in the back. And I just want to check 7.8. That's fine. Fuel is loaded, and we've got that balanced. All right, let's run the cockpit prep checklist then. So aircraft acceptance, so that's all been completed. The fuel quantity is 7.8 tons balanced. Seatbelt signs are on. It is got the 3.5 green, and the barrel ref QNH is 1015 at 800 feet. Should be crossed with the first officer. Make sure that also is showing the same altitude, and that's all done. Awesome. Alright, let's get the packs on. And let's get GPSX in place. Here she comes.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Fabadalgo, I do like Cabby. I'll be honest, I've not seen the standard version, so I can't say. I don't know if anyone else in the chat has. Peter, so you got 3 days in the hospital and you got a fever of 42 degrees C. Ouch. Wow.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Aerobase, we are using Innobuilds. Yes, the Innobuilds one. which you can pick up using the link in the video description down below, one of our channel partners. And of course, if you fancy shopping as well this afternoon during your flight, then if you use the Contrail store for so many apps that are available, and add-ons, aircraft, sceneries, etc., then use the discount code down there below. Make a note of that, and you'll get 10% off that as well.
Locking gear.
Right, on to Unicom. Krakow, Balice traffic, EZ39, Echo Delta, stand 10, pushback facing north on Zulu. So tail will be going to the right. Right, beacon light is on.
Release parking brakes, please.
Transponder is on. Acupressure's in the green. Before start, checklist. Parking brake is set. Takeoff date has been confirmed. Windows are closed. EFB is on flight mode. Doors are closed. Not yet armed. And our beacon light is on.
Release parking brakes, please.
Parking brakes released.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Alright, so our engine mode selector to ignition. And starting engine 1.
Cabin crew, arm doors and cross-check.
Hey Ryan, how are you doing? It says you're on board for the first live stream in a while. Ryan, it's been the first live stream for a while, mate, so...
As we are about to demonstrate the safety features of our Airbus A320 aircraft.
Hawk Gaming, hello to you, mate. Good to see you. If you are glad to have us back live, then please do us a huge favour and just hit
Your
that
attention while we
like
take
button
you
for
through
us.
The safety procedures on this aircraft.
Does make a
A
difference.
safety card is in your seat pocket, showing the exit routes, oxygen masks, life jackets, and a brace position that you must adopt if you hear brace, brace. There are 2 emergency exits at the rear, 4 in the middle, and 2 at the front of the cabin. Floor lighting will guide you to an exit. Please be aware that your nearest exit may be behind you. In an emergency, leave all cabin baggage on board. Your seatbelt is fastened, adjusted, and released as shown. It must be fastened when the seatbelt signs are on, and we recommend that you keep it fastened at all times. If the air supply fails, masks will drop from above you. Pull a mask towards you to
Please
start
set
the
parking
oxygen.
brake.
Put the
Yeah,
mask
parking
over
brake
your nose
is set.
and mouth. Hold in place with the strap. Pull on each side.
Right, engine 1 start has been completed. We're going to do a bit of a single engine taxi. So engine 1 selector back to normal.
Put it over your head. Pass the tapes around your waist
APU bleed can come off.
and pull the strap.
Leave
to
the
adjust.
APU running.
Do not inflate it inside the aircraft. When outside, inflate by pulling the
Spoilers, rudder,
If it fails to
flaps.
inflate or needs topping up, blow into the tube. There is a light
Trim.
and whistle for attracting attention. We also carry flotation aids for children. Your tray table must now be stowed,
And the yellow pump
armrest
for the
down,
single engine taxi.
window blinds open, and
Tow
seat
truck
belts fastened.
disconnected.
We wish you
Bypass
a
pin
pleasant
removed.
flight with Easyjet.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Alright, watch the tug driver disappear. Power sliding all over that very slippery taxiway. I was at Heathrow the other day watching the aircraft getting pushed back. They use little robots now, don't they, to push them back? Little remote control devices, which is how long before they become automated. Takey231, hello, hope you're doing well. Alright, gear pins removed. There she is waving those at us. Hawk Gaming, do I have a link to work out the trim prior to takeoff? You don't need that, Hawk. Your trim is given to you in your... you need to set it to... That's what I was just checking whilst we were pushing back. It's set to your takeoff weight center of gravity, or MAC takeoff weight as it's sometimes called, 28.5. So all I was doing then is there's your white arrow, there's 25, there's 30, so probably just closer to 30 than 25, 28.5, and you just guesstimate it. As long as it's in this green band, you should be fine. All right then, let's go. Please Krakow, traffic easy, 39 Echo Delta, taxiing now via Zulu 5 Bravo to intersection Foxtrot for departure 07. Merciless, great to have you on stream for the first time as well. That is awesome, mate. Hope you have a good one with us. Any questions? When we're in the cruise, I'm all yours. Nige B, good afternoon to you as well. Right. Taxi lights on, auto brake, radars that don't work, and TO config. Can I just double check those doors? They weren't ready, were they? Because of the way the Phoenix works. There we go, yeah, doors closed and armed. Wonderful. Right, let's give engine 1 a good boost. Okay, flight control check. Oh, full left, full right, and neutral. Full up, full down, neutral. And the rudder. Might just need to make this turn first of all. So, still in the middle of flight control checks. Just need to do the rudder in a moment. So, full right. Hang on, flight control check page has disappeared. Might just stop after this turn actually and do them if we need to. Right. And that's to the rudder then. So, full right, full left, and neutral. Okay, let's get engine number 2 started then. There's nothing in our way. What a nice long steady taxi. So turn that off, put the APU bleed on. Engine mode selected to ignition, starting engine 2. What was that? Cat 3 single only, Cat 3 okay, that's probably because we've only got one engine running at the moment, so not worried about that. What's the difference between the A320 and the A320 Neo? The airframe nothing, but the engine's different. The Neo is basically the new engine option. That's actually what it stands for. More efficient engines. They sound slightly different as well. Hello.
Hi Gavin, all the passengers are on board and we're ready to go. I'll bring you a cup of tea after we've taken off.
That's lovely, thank you. Alright, cabin crew is ready with the promise of a cup of tea on the way. Right, 3 minutes, then we can go. So just remind ourselves through the PEDS checks, so no change to our performance, everything is fine. It's a flex departure, no LMCs. Engine out procedure is standard, straight out, and then once above 2,300 feet it's a left turn to hold at the Krakow VOR. Remember, I will need to pull the heading bug for that, and then force the left turn with the heading bug. Hold at 3,000 feet at Krakow. Departure is noise abatement 2, straight out, first turn to the left, and our no speed restrictions, and our initial climb is 11,000. Slight threat as well. The 11,000 is a flight level, not an altitude, so we'll set standard pressure nice and early. Merciless, you can ask me, just let us get airborne, mate, and then we've got 2 hours in the air to kill, so plenty of time to chat. Right. Taxi checklist. Flight controls have been checked. Flap setting is config 1. FMAs, well, climb now blue. F1 FD2, 11,000 blue. And Eco memo, takeoff no blue. Radar predictive wind shear are on, because I skipped that by mistake, and the FB is stored and disconnected. Get my chart up for the departure. There is actually a speed constraint there of 230 knots, I think, but we're not going to be that fast by that point. Gilgot is my opinions on using Beyond ATC to learn for VATSIM. It's a great tool. Highly recommend it. This is why we did single engine taxi. Coming up to 3 minutes, and then we'll be ready for departure. Sim is looking really nice, isn't it? So with engine 2 all sorted, engine selector comes off, APU bleed comes off, and APU comes off. Anti-ice is obviously not required. Anyone else think the sim is just looking absolutely gorgeous today? You have days like that sometimes, I think. Right, well, I've not heard anyone on the radio, so I think we're free. Approach path looks clear. Balice Krakow traffic. Easy 39 Echo Delta, lining up runway 07 via Foxtrot. Right. All the lights are on. TCAS and packs 1 and 2 off. Okay, lineup checklist. Cabin is secured. Takeoff runway is full length 07 confirmed. TCAS is TARA. Packs 1 and 2 are off. That's a lot of lights down here, isn't it? Oh, look at all these. Okay, takeoff. Start the chrono. Lorry, indeed they are. That's 50% set. Takeoff, thrust, manflex, SRS, auto thrust blue. Why change the habit of a lifetime, Lorry? 100 knots. V1. Rotate. Positive climb, gear up, nav. Laurie, I don't know about IAs, Easyjet don't have any. Thrust, climb, auto thrust. Packs on. Little bit of hand flying, why not? Just get above airspeed and then we'll bring the flaps up and clean the aircraft up. There we go. So, flap 0, spoilers disarmed, and over to you, autopilot. Autopilot 1 engaged. Flight level 110, as we've set standard pressure. Dean says, can I confirm if the in-flight snacks in the sim are as overpriced as they are on the real flights? Oh, definitely. As it's school holidays, I'm being eaten out of house and home at the moment. I can't wait for them to go back to school because it'll cut down on the shopping bill. I think they just eat snacks when they're bored. It's a great airport to fly into as well, Krakow. Pretty straightforward. If you're practicing RNAV approaches as well, it's pretty good. Nothing too challenging. Mako Simulations in the house. Hey, Mako Simulations, how are you? Hope you're doing well. We're all eagerly awaiting Manchester version 2. Once that comes, we'll have to fly to and from it for a week. Slightly biased as it's my local. Cancel master caution, disregard the account, sim failure. And spoilers, flaps, gear. Mads, we are indeed on VATSIM. Angus McTavish, good afternoon to you. Great to see you here as well. We're live too. Okay, flight level 38 is okay. Optimus 360, so we'll go for 364 for the moment. So 360, there we are. Michael, so you just posted a teaser on X, if you still call it X. Does anybody call it X anymore? I'm definitely a Twitter guy. Mind you, I'm not even on Twitter, so... Well, no, I am, but I never comment on it. Right, 10,000 feet, lights are off. Seatbelt hands can come off as well in a moment. That can go to standard. And our cost index can go to 0. There we are. Gorgeous. Laurie says he calls it X-Twitter. Aerobase, I think everyone still calls it Twitter, don't they? They still call it that. Renlin says, flew into Krakow the other day, but you got moaned at because you didn't have up-to-date scenery. Didn't realise Circuit Apron and taxiways weren't up-to-date with real life. I don't even know which version I got. I think mine's Rozeki, to be honest. If it is, I didn't see any discrepancies in the charts, to be honest. Mads, it sounds dumb saying X. Yeah. It was all a publicity stunt, wasn't it? Just change the name, try and make the headlines. I don't understand the meaning behind it. It's not even... That doesn't even make sense. Joey, hello to you. Okay, I think we get the seatbelt signs off. Everything looks to be working. No turbulence, no clouds. Notice, what's different then? I didn't notice anything ridiculously out of the ordinary just then when we departed from it. Mad says, looks like ATC is coming to land in Poland. Yeah, I think once we get to Poland, Germany, there's plenty of ATC on the horizon, so looking forward to that. We might even then get it all the way into London, which would be fantastic. Ted's just switched to YouTube. Hello, my friend. Yeah, just the officials call it, I was going to say Twitch then, not Twitch, call it X instead of Twitter. Notice says taxis in different positions in the whole airport in general. What? On the Drazeki designs? Obviously the default, I'm sure the default has got its faults. Oh, not just I hadn't seen that. Might have to look back and see if I can spot anything, any discrepancies. So Dean says he's really enjoying learning IFR flying, but really struggling with autopilot management when given various instructions on arrivals. Heading deviations, then going back to the star. So heading deviations, I'm assuming, Dean, that you're flying Airbus, but heading deviations are pretty straightforward because all you're doing there is you just pull the heading bug, then just turn left or right, depending on wherever you want to go. Just check we've got that. Open climb and nav. Yeah, open climb's fine. And then to go back to a specific waypoint, all you need to do is press direct, choose which waypoint it is that they want you to go to, press it, confirm it, and then you're done. If you're, however, not flying an intercept course towards that waypoint, you will need to sort of set a heading. It'll say no nav intercepts down here. Oh, Goofy, what's ugly about these views? Could be worse. I could have a camera. Old Man says Elon Musk wanted to call his company X when he joined up with PayPal, but that never materialized. So when he got booted from PayPal, he bought Twitter, which he finally called his company, the company X. Oh, so he got his own way in the end. Yeah, okay. Goofy, imagine what 2024 will be like. We're all imagining what 2024 would be like because I think that these kind of views are stunning, absolutely gorgeous. No idea what that airport is down there. What is that? I can't actually see. The the flight route's in the way. Clear out the red nav page as well. And secondary flight plan. Copy active. Done. He also owns SpaceX. Well, yes, of course. Maybe he's just got an affiliation with X. That didn't come out right. Whole Gaming, does Beyond ATC give you heading deviations and stuff on descent? Yes, I think it does. Last time I used it, yes, it does. Laurie Cooper says Elon Musk is a genius encapsulated inside a narcissistic teenager. He's really wanting to push AI, isn't he? Really, really wanting to push AI, which, I don't know, AI in small doses is really good, but I think, I don't know. Maybe I just watched the Terminator film at the wrong time, and it's now stuck in my mind as a potential disaster. I worry for the future of the kids. Laurie, one of his kids is called X. Seriously? Is that right? What if that kid ever gets bullied at school? Oh, Techie's just said the same thing, actually. Oh, Matt, I hope that's not right. Is it? X13? No, they've not called a kid X13. Tell me you're joking. Dwell says he's sick and tired of AI. It doesn't exist, it's just good programming. Yes, but when it has the ability to learn, that's the problem. Mads, I can't even pronounce that. What on earth is that? Looks like a mathematical formula. Merciless, you've just purchased GSX. Is there anything I recommend? Yes, I recommend going to flightsim.to for your favourite airports. I'm pretty certain there will be a GSX profile for it. Download them and put them in the correct folder. Now, I think there's a video here on the channel about GSX, how to make it good. In fact, I know there is. So if you just typed in the YouTube search Easyjet Sim Pilot GSX, there's a few videos there which basically shows you how to set it up, and once you get the hang of setting that up, it's a 5-second job. It's great. Zebrali, do I use real turbulence or active sky? Neither. I use just default at the moment. Seems to be doing a good job. Mad says Elon names a lot of things X because he likes X as the unknown quantifiable in maths. Well, yeah, I suppose that's exactly what X is, isn't it? But still, I wouldn't call my kid X. When we had triplet girls, I wanted to call them Anna 1, Anna 2, Anna 3, but the wife said no. Merciless, you're more than welcome. So we'll get up to cruise, do a fuel check, check out some more weathers, and then sit back and relax. ATC shouldn't be too far away. Dean, who said I was joking? We actually do have triplet girls. I was being deadly serious. Dwight, was the top bar not working again? It was working absolutely fine earlier. Oh yeah, so I see. Let me give it a kick. Who did I upset in a previous life, Dean? I'm hoping something good is waiting for me at the end of this one. Probably a good care home. With lots of people to look after me. Right, still nicely in the climb. Not a cloud in the sky, which always makes you wonder, is live weather working? Oh, yes it is. Look. There we are. Has anyone got SimFX installed? I do, but I've not been in the sim for ages. I've not had time. Just wondering if anyone's seen the meteor showers over the last 2 or 3 days. Am I using seated passengers? I'm not sure if they are. If you open the door, yeah, if you open the door, look, they are there. They sort of spawn in as you walk through them. But save on the FPS if they're not there, to be honest. You have to have the door open to be able to see them. So, just do it again. What are we at? 31. If we just go for a bit of a walk. Yeah, there they are. Oh, hello, girls. So they're only there. You can see them popping in now. They're only there if the door is left open. Man, I bet that hurt. Reza, that's sort of the key. You have to have the door open for them to come in. Medical emergency. We're going down. This guy needs a doctor. They're wearing very bright clothes, aren't they? So I think if I close the door now, can I close the door from here? I don't know if I can. But yeah, if I think I close the door, they'll disappear. Yeah, look, there you go. They'll disappear when you do that. Steve says you can also see them on the external view as well. What, if the door's open, you mean? Yeah. Reza, does it have the exact number of passengers that's specified in the GSX flight plan? Yes, it does, I believe. I'm not going to go through and do a cabin count unless we really get bored. And Aviation Fever, good afternoon to you. Almost the top of climb. Our cruise is 38. Can we get up there now? We put a bit of fuel off. Oh yeah, we can. Let's go all the way up. And 380. Leo Strains. What was it? You're flying to Southampton to Palma next week and then again the week after. Was that it? Aldo, what keys do you use to walk through the plane? So you can use your up and down key. So the arrow keys basically on your keyboard. That's up, down, left, right. And I set up, and I've forgotten what it is. To sort of move forward and backwards. Forward and backwards is not a default key. You have to actually set that up in your settings. So I'll just get the flight plan back up, see when we start to enter sort of different airspaces where there might be some air traffic control knocking about. Small, forward and backwards is just the up and down arrow. No, it isn't. The up and down arrow is literally up and down. You've got up, down, left, right. You can walk like a crab. By using the mouse to pan around at the same time. So if I wanted to go left, left, right. So do you see what I mean? But actually forward and backwards. There isn't a forward and backwards by default. You have to set that up in the controls. And when I was seeing the passengers, yeah, that's right. Leo's the fact that you can. Oh, there's ATC. What frequency is that? 12545. Yeah. Controller is training as well. Excellent. Also radar, good afternoon, Easy39 Echo Delta, passing flight level 367, requesting flight level 380, and we're direct on lock.
Easy39 Echo Delta, good afternoon, Warszawa radar, set squawk 4542.
Squawk 4542, Easy39 Echo Delta.
Hansa 7 X-ray Tango, continue descent 3000 feet, correction, ILS Yankee A11, report established.
Again, please, for 7 X-ray Tango.
Hansa 7 X-ray Tango, descent 3000, cleared, ILS Yankee runway 11, report established.
Down to 3000, cleared, ILS approach, Yankee runway 11, so all established, Hansa 7 X-ray Tango.
Hello, 3965, identify 5000, climb flight level 150, direct Venice. Lot 3965, identified 5500, climb flight level 150, direct Venice.
Coming up on cruise now.
Directing Venice 25 to level 150, lot 3965.
Easy 39 Echo Delta, radar contact.
And that's Mac Alt Start. Sounds like flight level 38 is going to be fine for us. And Christian's in the house. Hey Christian, didn't see you up there. Hope you're doing well. Toxic plate, no, not beyond ATC. This is VATSIM. Nick T. Hello Nick. Hope you're doing well. Right, alt cruise, TCAS. Below. Right, let's go through the SD pages. I don't think we've broken anything yet.
Eurowings 3 Papa Juliet, final track, runway 11.
We're fine.
Eurowings 3 Papa Juliet, wind guidance 120 degrees 9 air knots, variable between 080 and 140, runway 11, clear to land.
Runway 11, clear to land, Eurowings 3 Papa Juliet.
7, 8, yeah, nothing wrong with that. We're not leaking fuel somewhere. Cabin temperatures are good. Brake temperatures.
Ryanair 1923, left heading 165.
Perfect.
Please confirm left heading 165, Ryanair 1923.
1923, confirm, affirm, left heading 165.
Roger, thank you.
Right, we'll do a fuel check then.
Ryanair 54 Delta Delta, confirm on the final track.
Dinov.
We are on final track, Ryanair 45 Delta.
And if we just have a look at some en route
Ryanair
weather.
54 Delta Delta, runway
as
07,
well.
clear to land, the wind is 070 degrees 9 air knots.
07, clear for land, Ryanair 45 Delta.
With the 3267, holding point stand 9 knots.
So
Is that
we'll have a
3267
look
again?
at. Just have a look which
With the 3267, holding point stand.
which airports we're going to be passing over actually.
9
When you're looking for en route weathers, you're better looking at sort of the big airports, places where there's going to be big hospitals and things. Just in case.
Tango, 1 localizer Yankee, runway 11.
Hansa 7 X-ray Tango, runway 11, clear to land.
So-
Wind is 130 degrees, 12 knots, variable between 090 and 150.
We've got
Clear to land, runway
Warsaw,
11,
Echo Papa,
Hansa 7
Whiskey
X-ray Tango.
Romeo.
Ryanair 1923, turn left heading 090, cleared RMP, correction, cleared ILS 08.
We've got Berlin actually. Berlin's not a bad shout.
090, cleared ILS.
Reza, oh yeah, definitely be having a look at that. A350 when it comes out.
With the company calling before second call sign only.
So have a look at Berlin. See what's happening in Dusseldorf as
Lot
well.
39665, you are cleared Venice 1 Lima arrival. Expect RMP approach runway 07.
Easyjet bro, hello. How are you doing? Thank you for joining us. Hope you're doing well.
Lot 39965.
Have a look at
Break,
Amsterdam.
Sierra India Mike 037, monitoring com 122.8, yeah.
Inside again, patrol.
Lot 39965, descent at level 100.
Set level 100 for lot 365, thank you.
Portugal Ryanair 5 Delta packet runway 07 on Alpha.
Ryanair 5 for Delta Delta.
Right, hopefully we're
Witamy
back.
Krakowie, taxi stand number 15 via Zulu Tango.
Taxi to stand 15 Zulu Tango, Ryanair 5 for Delta, Heika.
107 X-ray Tango, runway 8 requested.
Mazda 7 X-ray Tango, welcome to Warszawa Okęcie, taxi stand 19er via Mike.
100 via Mike, so 107 X-ray Tango.
So you may have missed us just doing a fuel check there, but that's okay. En route weathers are good. And this is where the clouds are now going to start building, I think, according to the charts.
Ryanair 16907 do południe.
I flew back. Was it your
Warszawa
fault?
radar.
Did you make it go bang?
Please to destination. Departure runway 08. After departure, maintain runway heading. Climb altitude 4,000 feet. Squawk 4553.
Clear to Corfu, departure runway 08, after departure runway heading, climbing 4,000 feet and squawk 4553, runway 16907.
Ryanair 16907, report correct. Break Austrian 3, Kilo Echo, reset squawk 4506.
4506, Austrian 3 Kilo Echo.
Warsaw radar, very good afternoon, Wizz Air 67 Foxtrot Papa, flight level 370 inbound Gerga.
Wizz Air 67 Foxtrot Papa, good afternoon, Warszawa radar, set squawk 1000.
Squawk 1000, Wizz Air 67 Foxtrot Papa.
Right, whilst you were out, though, we
Radar
were
one,
actually
Radar
handed off to Unicom. I just left it on there so we could hear a bit of ATC. Just having a look though, we've got more ATC coming up a little bit later on, I think. We'll see. We'll see. So en route weathers are good. The fuel is good, and basically we're all good. Just sit back and relax now for the next 2 hours. In fact, how long is it? 17:48 is our estimated landing time. UTC time, of course. 612 miles to run, and that's going to be what? That's about an hour and just over an hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes. Barry Barton, hey Barry, it is indeed been ages. What did you miss? To be honest, Barry, not very much, because it's been ages for me as well. I've not been around just because, well, I've not. It's life's been getting in the way. That's what happens during the summer months, sadly. That's the way things work, isn't it? And Flying Cube says it's back just after departing Dusseldorf. Yeah, flight's going fine. Is the A380 out yet? Barry, don't be daft. You knew the answer to that question before you asked it. Airlines will have probably scrapped it before it's released. Mike, was the Dubrovnik is that the Innobuild one? The Innobuild Dubrovnik is awesome. Really do like that. Oh, sorry. Was the Dubrovnik stream the last stream we did, Mike? I think it might have been. You know, you'd have to check on YouTube, but I think it might have been. It has been a while. That was our long haul flight, wasn't it? Where we crossed the Atlantic in the 777. What a great day that was. Noba, hello to you. Hope you're having a good day. Mike, you've not missed as much as you thought. No, honestly, yeah, things are just really busy in our house at the moment. Not, of course, not helped by school holidays. When September comes around, we'll get back to normal. Dennis, sorry if this has been asked. Do you find that the fans and such are running a bit loud in the flight deck after the update? I've not noticed anything out of the ordinary, to be honest, Dennis. So no, I think all is well. All is well. Mike, honestly, I'm amazed you have any time with all the little ones. Well, there's only so many after-school clubs that you can send them to. Not after-school clubs, but activities and things that they do during the summer. And they're just so expensive now. They really are. You're paying to go to work sometimes, and that makes no sense. You might as well have the days off and look after them yourself. Which is harder than going to work. I'm sure anyone who's got young children would agree with that. Going to work is easy. Still, you know the kids are going back to school soon when the football season starts, and my team kicked off the season in style. Oh, who would have thought Sheffield Wednesday would be at the top of the championship? Granted, they've only played one game, but you know, I did screenshot the league because we might not see that again. Alex 2, I can't show you the graphics settings whilst we're flying because we're live on VATSIM, so that would mean pausing the sim. We can't do that, I'm afraid. But I do have a video explaining all my current graphics settings. Mike, Rooney is in trouble already. I must have missed the news that Rooney had taken over at Plymouth. Had I known that, I might not have been quite as concerned for our first game. That's really awful to say, isn't it? Yeah, he's... I mean, I thought, as a player, I thought he was a very, very good player, but do the very best players make the best managers? It's usually the other way around, isn't it? The mediocre players sometimes make the absolute best managers. I'm sure those of you in the chat could list that. Alex, no, not everything is set on ultra. No. That would just wipe out the performance. So you've got to find a nice balance. And because I stream as well, and everything's been done off the same PC, then no, it's not all done. It's not all done on ultra. About those who can't teach, right? Well, yeah. But then, isn't it also those who can't teach? But I suppose those who can't play football manage. and they usually do quite well at it, to be honest. Hey, Captain Tito. Mike has said afterwards the players weren't listening to him. He probably needs to appreciate that not all the players were as good as he was. That's another thing as well, isn't it? Obviously, he's got such a natural, or he had such a natural ability to see what was going on the field and know where to be, what to do, what positions to fall into, where the ball was going to go, and reset when they lose possession, that kind of thing. But you know, you're working with players that don't have the same gift. Oh, flying cube, yeah, I bet that overheats if you're not careful. Playing flight sim on a laptop, definitely. And Trudron says hello from Katowice, hello. I think we've just left your neck of the woods. Oh, I do hope Microsoft Flight Sim 24 allows the working weather radar API to be available for third-party devs. Barry says, let's see how company manages at Bayern Munich. He might prove me wrong, but he doesn't think he will. Yeah. But you look at all the best football managers, so Pep, Alex Ferguson, who, by the way, I'm no Manchester United fan, but Alex Ferguson, do we all agree that he was not the best manager the world has ever seen for what he did? I'd love to have that debate on here with anyone. I do think he is the best manager the world's ever seen, and no one will never see anyone like him again. They weren't amazing players, were they? Trodron, why is the default AC setting in the Airbus at 24 degrees? I mean, you'll rarely find them set there. Pilots usually turn them down. Flying you, can I order some sandwiches from the galley? If it's too cold, you can warm it up on the keyboard on the laptop. Barry, Zidane was an amazing... Zidane was an awesome player, yes, you're right. I suppose there's going to be an exception to every rule. Here come the clouds. Now, I think they were planned to get up to about 37,000 feet. We are at 38, so we should just be able to sort of skirt over the top of those, fingers crossed. But that view looks nice. Clouds look good. So has anyone been away anywhere nice over the holidays, or have you still got your summer holiday to come? So I'm going away at the end of next week for our holiday. Off to France, actually. Now, I've never been on holiday in France. I've been to France a few times for different things, but I've never had a holiday there, so that'll be interesting. And I'll tell you what, you guys will be able to help me here. So, for the first time, we're not flying, much to my son's disgrace. We're not flying, we're actually going to drive there. Now, in my very sheltered life, whilst I've travelled to lots of different countries around the world, I have never driven in a foreign country. Now, that probably doesn't mean too much to most people, but given that we're in the UK and we drive on the left-hand side of the road, I do have a slight apprehension in having to drive on the right-hand side of the road. I've got this sort of fear that I'm just going to default to what I know in potentially a high stressful junction or situation and just turn into oncoming traffic. Has anyone ever done it, and is it easy? Do you just like, does the brain just rewire itself and click into that mode? Because I do think I'm going to take I'm going to take a little post-it note, stick it on the sun visor, just with so, like when it comes to like a T-junction or something, like the directions that I'm going to have to make the car travel, kind of thing. And Barry, my lad, asked me about this. He said, "What about roundabouts?" I'm like, do other countries have roundabouts? I thought they were a very British thing. So Mark, you're going for a cruise around the Med, Palamos, Corsica, Rome, Naples and Sicily, followed by a more relaxing week in Mallorca. No mini hurricanes this year. Yes, we got caught in a mini hurricane last year when I was in Menorca. Kids hated it, said they never want to go back there again. Asia now says his luxurious holiday was in Filey. Hey, I had so many good holidays in Filey when I was younger. David says he's driven across Europe and the Middle East. Mark always drives abroad, finds it easy. Good. David, don't expect the British standard of driving. Oh, I treat everyone on the road as though they're an idiot. You know, 99.9% of them are not. But you've got to... I almost drive with that mindset that any moment now, a car is about to just pull out on me. And hopefully, fingers crossed, be alright. Barry, plenty of roundabouts in France and Belgium, so... Oh, well. Can I might program the sat-nav to avoid those. We're going to the... We're not too far away from La Rochelle, actually. Where we're going, Barry. In fact, Mark, you've just got back. Excellent. Fruitbar says, easier if you're in a left-hand drive car, you found. Well, yeah, obviously. So, the steering wheel's going to be on the wrong side of the road, isn't it? Renly, how many miles are we getting behind the wheel? I don't know. I haven't checked that out yet. It's enough. I think total travelling time, including ferries and things, is going to be about 11 hours. But I think 4 of those is going to be... At least 4 of those are going to be in the UK. Hey Barry, off to Cyprus on Friday. Lovely. Oh, Flying Cube, you went to a small city in Bosnia near Dubrovnik, did some plane spotting yesterday, and you saw the United flight that we did, but it was a 76. Yeah, so we said on that live stream, Flying Cube, that it was a 767 that they did to fly that flight. Obviously, we haven't got a good one, so we wanted to take the 777 out, so because we were doing a giveaway as well. And the 777 has done Dubrovnik in the past. So yeah, that's great that you actually saw that that flight, because that's the biggest flight that they get now, that particular one. Barry, did the French invent roundabouts? Why the hell did the British copy that idea then? I don't know the history of roads, apart from all the straight ones were built by the Romans over here. And they've lasted a lot longer than the ones the councils build now. Fruit bat, yeah, 11 hours are we there yet? That we are strategically planning to do certainly quite a lot of the travelling overnight, in the hope that they will sleep. Andrew, where is the manual for the Fenix A320? It's right here on YouTube, Andrew, right on our channel. But seriously, no, there is no manual. YouTube is your friend. There is a video on the... there's a full playlist here on the channel, though, about doing a full flight, so yeah. Barry, was that the first roundabout in the world? I did not know that, the Arc de Triomphe. I've sat on that roundabout, well, not on the roundabout, but I've sat watching the traffic go around it and just gazed in horror How can anybody sensibly drive around that thing? A bit all over the place. Flying Cube, my channel is just a mock exam for the A320 type rating. Well, I did hear through the grapevine from a couple of people that were going through their type ratings, and also we're now actually flying. And apparently they had found the channel and had used it in preparation and for stuff when they were doing the type ratings, just for general stuff. I thought that is amazing. That is awesome. So yeah, that should make us feel all proud that if it's good enough for the real boys and girls, it's definitely good enough for us. Shutdown, the magic roundabout in Swindon is like that. What's the name? They've got a strange name now over here in the UK. There's a roundabout. It's like a roundabout, but it's a very special kind of roundabout in the way that all the lanes peel off or something. I want to say gyroscopic rotary. I don't know. Someone will know. Someone in the chat will know. Or Google it. They've got a special name, but it's yeah, they're like roundabouts but bigger. Can't remember what they're called. Here comes the wispy stuff. Yeah, we don't need icing. Got a pretty direct route today, haven't we? So it's not looking like we can sort of do any directs and save any time. No, but do I use the Simbox Book Do now? Well, I did, and I really like the app. It's really good. Since it was updated months ago. The reason I don't use it now is because you guys can't see what I'm doing. That's the problem with it. So like I've got a lot of hardware now. So I've got the Wingflex FCU and EFIS, so all of this now. I've got hardware sat in front of me on the desk. I've got a mini overhead panel as well, which doesn't control those clearly because they're still turned on. So yeah, I've got a lot of hardware. The problem with the hardware is obviously then you guys can't see what I'm actually doing, which is a bit of a pain. I appreciate. So certainly for the box, when I'm going through lots of different things, I think it's just easier, isn't it, if you guys can see, and then you don't have to worry about what it is, or I'm not having to explain what I'm actually pressing. Through about gyrotary systems, it might be. I honestly can't think of the word of what it's called. Andrew, is that a custom view that I've got set up? Yes, it is. Yes, you can actually download my custom views and install them yourself if you wish. Hey Barry, a noob question. Barry, you're not a noob. Departing airport chart gives you a transition altitude. ATIS gives you a different transition level when departing. When do you change? Okay, so just remember that they are two different things and they're used for different things. So the transition level, which you will get from ATIS, that is the level at which, when you're climbing, if you're climbing above the transition level that ATIS is giving you, that's when you're on standard pressure. The charts will give you a transition altitude because as you're going down, once you get to that transition altitude, you're on local pressure. So like today, our initial climb was 11,000 feet. Now the transition level, we hadn't got any ATIS, so I just use the transition altitude. Just, you know, you can take a pretty much, they're usually going to be within 1,000 feet of each other, normally. So I think the transition altitude was something like 4,500 feet, 5,000 feet. So obviously 11,000 feet is well above that. So once we got airborne and we'll climb into 11,000 feet, just pull standard pressure and go up there. It's only if ATC come on and say, you know, climb to 4,000 feet, you know that's going to be still on local pressure. Ancient Dino, other way round. Other way round. Altitude is what you're aiming for when you're descending, and level is what you're climbing up to. Flying Cube, you've got 20 miles to brief your top of descent. Where are you flying to? And just following up on that other question that you got there, yeah. So if you're flying west, you're on an even level. If you're flying odd, if you're flying east, you're on an odd level. Kevin, good evening. Oh, Clayware, I'd love to see pictures of that. You can post them on our Discord if you're a member on there. Jabba, are these information you should expect at clearance? Yeah, so ATC will normally say, so for us today, we're probably going to Easy 39 Echo Delta, 2 Golf arrival for 26 left, descend flight level 200, be leveled by wherever. And that's it. They'll not normally give you a new squawk unless they need to give you one. Oh, Flying Cube, you're managing Zurich. You're in Zurich now, and you manage to brief everything. To be fair, Zurich's not an easy brief. That's not one of the easier airports to get into. There's things around there that you could fly into. Anugi G says beautiful views they are tonight. Yeah, it's very flat at the minute, and the clouds are just starting to build. Look. If we sit here, we can just hear a bit of a buzz from those engines. Clayware, you can DM me on Discord. Anyone can DM me on Discord if they want. The problem is I always forget to check the the messages. I shall try and remember. Kevin, you bet J-Hog would love Zurich. Does the grass need cutting? Did anyone see the meteor shower that's been going on the last couple of days? Perseid shower. I love the fact that for those of you who are familiar with H.G. Wells' War of the Worlds, that he chose at midnight on the 12th of August, which is exactly the peak of the shower, isn't it? Presumably he picked that date intentionally when he was writing it. Well, you know, when I started this flight, there was loads of ATC online. They've all disappeared now. They've probably all gone for their dinner. hoping we have a little bit of air traffic control when we get into London. Oh wow, I think there's even air traffic control at Charles de Gaulle. That doesn't happen often. So where are we? Let's just have a quick look. We are inbound Galzo. It's been an hour or so. So I'll do a fuel check actually. We've just passed Zuka. So where's that? So we should have about just under 4.4 tons on board fuel-wise. And we've got 4.6, so that's okay. When we get to Zuka then, looking at the flight plan, we will be in Hanover and then Amsterdam flight information region. I wonder what graphics card would be suitable for Flight Sim 2024. I have no plans to upgrade mine now. I've got mine seems to work all right at the moment. I'm happy with it, and to be honest, everything's just working. So, apart from Streamlabs, Streamlabs keeps crashing, as you're well aware. Nishal says hello and love from Nepal. Oh, that's amazing. Bet you've got some awesome views where you are. Have I seen the iFly 737 Max screenshots? I think it looks quite good and will provide some competition with the PMDG. It depends how detailed it is, isn't it? I mean, as you know, I'm certainly no Boeing expert. But it will be interesting to see the competition and how detailed it is. Have they said what sort of what sort of price that is? Because it's not freeware, is it? Why have we got a sat dome? Flying Cube, you're going to go all out and get the 740. Yeah, it's... Are they still as expensive as they were when they came out? They were really, really expensive, weren't they, ages ago? Oh, Clayway, I'll have a look at that afterwards. Let me see if I can get rid of that sat dome. I mean, it's not very realistic on an Easyjet aircraft, is it? There we go. Gone. Much better. So yeah, just whilst we're in the cruise, little plug again for you guys. If you like the channel and the stream, of course, please do hit the like, because well, it makes a big difference. But also remember, check out our partners, the Contrail store, where you can get 10% off your purchases with that discount code down there at the bottom. We've got the aviation gift shop as well, link in the video description below. And of course, if ever you're purchasing anything through from Inibuilds, if you use the link in the chat and the video description, then you also support the channel at the same time as getting yourself some good add-ons and things. So we're about halfway through our flight now. We should be on the ground in about an hour or so. Clayway, yeah, I will have a look. Sam C, hello from France. Hope you're doing well. Tony, I don't use lossless scaling for streaming. No, no. Ancient Down says no idea on the price, but it does seem quite detailed. For example, they have modelled a tape that blocks the doors when there are no stairs attached. Is that not just artwork, though? from a systems depth point of view, that's kind of what the hardcore sim is like, isn't it? And the cabin is actually detailed, unlike the PMDG. I can't comment about the 737 PMDG because I don't know enough about it. I do think the sim is looking particularly nice at the moment, though. That glare that you get when the sun hits the airframe in just the right place. Buzz says you're at school right now. Which country's that? Well, USA have gone back, haven't they? I think schools in North America, I'm sure they've gone back. Here in the UK, though, we've still got at least 2 to 3 weeks left. One thing I really want somebody to bring out for Flight Sim is a add-on. What was the one called in FSX with the different camera views that were automated throughout your flight? Chase plane. Was it chase plane, I think? So, on sort of the cruise section of your flights, you could just...
Traffic right now, please, 7.
Yeah, you could just during the cruise just put chase plane on and you could just see different cinematic views all the way through, which is awesome. All done automatically, of course. So we get these kind of views without me having to sort of use the drone camera. Flying Cube, good luck. Captain H&W celebrating he's got the tail now. It's been 2 years. Well, Captain H&W support means a great deal, so thank you for that, my friend. 2 years of support, giving you the EasyJet tail. I wondered what you meant then in the chat when you said that. What was he banging on about? Captain Rish, hello. So we've got Amsterdam down there. No ATC around for it. Captain Rish, how's the channel going? It's been a heck of a long time since I flew. The vids helped me back when you used to fly. Still going well. We're in a bit of a quiet period at the moment just because of the summer holidays and things. But yeah, it's other than that, it's all pretty good. All pretty good indeed. Edging ever closer, I think, to about 45,000 subscribers, which is just an insane number. It's incredible. Captain HW says the sim performance is a lot better now than it was a month ago. Can now fly the Phoenix with ultra settings using your 2060 supercar. That's great. They also updated the Phoenix as well, didn't they? Not that long ago. And whilst they didn't say that any performance was affected with the update, I found it was a lot smoother since that update. So we're going to be on the ground, I think, in about 50 minutes' time now. I'll have a quick look. Oh, yeah, 50 minutes to an hour, depending on traffic. Captain Rich 101, what sort of PC is recommended? I mean, before going out and buying a PC, I'll be honest, I would wait for Flight Sim 24 specs to come out, because I think the performance on 24 is going to be far better than Flight Sim 2020. I'm no tech guy, but I think they're making it work, aren't they, with more cores and CPU, which should hopefully help. Right, let's grab the LiDAR charts and be having a look at those for the arrival into Gatwick. Now, we know Gatwick. Gatwick is a regular jaunt for us. So, Temper 2 Golf. So, we're coming here. Starts at Tebra. All the wind farms there in the ocean, the North Sea. Max hauling speed in London up to including 140-220 above standard ICO. Okay, I don't think we'll be holding that high up. So Tebra, Upton, Arnhem, Kilo Echo 63, Larrick and Timber. So first thing we want to check is that all of that is in the box. So yeah, Tebra, Upton, Arnhem. Upton's got 5140, yeah, that's fine. 63, max speed 250, yeah. Lark 250, and then Timber. Is there a wake up point anywhere called Simba? Hey, Sailor J43. I'm very well. Hope you are as well. Thanks for joining us today. Is this Code 2 Golf recently added, Captain? I don't know. It's been around a while, I think that. I suppose it depends when the last time you flew was. Then at Timber, we've got flight level 70 for the hold. We probably will end up holding. It's got max speed there of 220. So that's all fine. Box adds up, and then the arrival for us. That's the spot of the arrival. Timber. Then Mayfield, 4,000 feet. for the timber and willow transition, which is what we're doing. (2,000 feet), 9 miles from Mayfield VOR, as you can see there. That's in. Then we've got the left turn to the centre fix and the final fix. Right, so where is the chart for the actual approach? ILS lock DAV. There we are. That's the chart I wanted. So platform altitude's 2,000 feet. It's very low, isn't it, again? Cat 1 approach today. The weather's good. So it's going to be 400. All the minimums. Happy's on the left, 3-degree glide. Displaced threshold of 425 feet. I do like this little bit here. This little chart here gives you a lot of information about the runway, which is nice. You can find this information on the Jefferson charts, but you have to look at a different chart. It's not shown on the approach plate. So yeah, this is just nice to have. Transition altitude 6,000 feet. Common ILS frequency, so verified localizer ident. India whiskey whiskey. So yeah, it's Gatwick. We know Gatwick. And the go around is straight out and a left turn heading 178 above 2,000 feet. Cool. So just continuing to set the box up. Radnav page, we'll pop in Mayfield. Echo Golf, Kilo, 26 left. Oh, not put cost index back to 4. It's not going to save us a load of time though, to be honest. Right, before we go any further then, let's do our landing checks. So our landing weight is going to be 50, so call it 57, 58, 59, 60, yeah, call it 60 tons. We're not heavy today. See you next time, Kevin. So it is, let's have a look, refresh the meta, apply that. There's no rain or anything like that, so we'll stick with dry conditions. Landing weight is 60. And flaps 3. Yep. That all works. QNH is 1014. Temperature 22. Minimums 400. And a flap 3 landing. And now the box is set up for the arrival. Just to assist us as well, let's just pop a 3-mile radius around here. So Echo Golf Kilo 26 left. Actually, we'll put a 9-mile radius around there, so 3,000 feet when we get there. And there you go. Top of descent is in. So Jay, you've got a problem with your Phoenix. It says it can't be found on your PC. You've tried reinstalling it, the problem's still there. It was only since the new installer came out. How did you uninstall it, Jay? Did you uninstall it using the default uninstaller from Windows? And have you reached out on their Discord server? Because the Phoenix team are pretty good and responsive to stuff like that. Right, this meta, or the Sigma charts are absolutely spot on here. We've got some CBs down below, and we are cruising above them, so that's perfect. Oh, so Jay, you've even uninstalled Microsoft Flight Simulator in full. That's interesting. I think I wouldn't have gone to those extremes. I don't think there's anything wrong with the Flight Simulator, unless it's not installed in the default location. Small Max, what app is the one you use to get the landing data? Oh, this one. Oh, this is the Phoenix. This is basically the Phoenix tablet. Yeah, this is just the Phoenix tablet that I've got on my iPad. So it's, yeah, essentially this, because you can use this on your external device. So there's your departures, there's your arrival performance page that we've just done. But yeah, I use the external device, so I don't need it in here. To be fair, Jay, you're not the only person I've heard say that they've had that sort of issue since that new installer came along, so I don't really know what's going on there. But I think you're not alone if that gives you any sort of comfort. And Flying Cube says he's back after a perfect landing in Zurich. Perfect. Max, do you have an app that does the same for every plane? Use ChartFox, can never find what you're looking for. So, if you're trying to find the minimums, then you either need Navigraph or you need... you need Navigraph or you need Avia Planner to get these charts up. And it's these charts that will... oh, where have you gone? Yeah, it's these charts that give you the minimums. So, down there at the bottom. So the numbers in bold, basically. Actually, no, it's not. No, it's not. It's not the 400, it's the 200. Ah, this is where transitioning over from Jepson to Lido is a bit of a pain. I'll just redo that. Minimums are actually 200 for 550 meters visibility, and we've got more than 550 meters visibility. So in the Jepson charts, the Cat 1 minimums I think is 197, but Lido rounds them up, so it's going to be 200. Jay, you tried to join Discord, but it won't let you because you need a phone number. Do you? I had no idea about that. You probably do. I've just not put it in. Or I have put it in, but it was a long time ago. So, have we got any ATIS for Gatwick? I think we do. 136525. Let's see what's happening. Then we can do the brief for the arrival.
Variable between 220 and 290. Visibility 10 kilometers or more. Few clouds at 2,400. Ceiling 4,900 broken. Temperature 2.17. Altimeter 1014. Acknowledge receipt of information Quebec and for departures. Advise aircraft type on first contact. Advise on initial contact. You have information. Quebec.
Just need to confirm it's 26 left they're landing on.
Gatwick 8 is Quebec 1620 Zulu. Z runway in use 2SIXL. Transition level 70. ILS approach to be expected. Departure flight crew must report ready with Gatwick delivery on 121.950 when 240 at
Yeah,
3
26L.
when variable between 220 and 290.
Which is 26 left. Okay then, so let's brief the approach. It is pretty standard at Gatwick, so particularly because we're familiar with it. But yeah, Temper 2 Golf arrival. We checked all the charts. That's fine. When we get to top of descent, we'll get down to flight 140 level by Aptum, and then we'll just leave it probably in manage mode most of the way. Most of the way down. We'll send usual 270 knots. We've got speed constraint then, so 270 knots until we get to Lark, which to be fair will be probably below 10,000 feet by the time we get there. So that's fine. After Timber then, obviously heading north. We'll be under ATC control at this point, but yeah. Leave Timber. Flaps 1, we want to be S-speed as we're sort of leaving Timber. Flaps 1 as we approach the sort of 5-6 miles away from Mayfield, just before we make the left-hand turn onto finals. Flaps 2 before we hit the glide, or 2,000 feet, whichever's coming sooner. And then, yeah, straight in. No real threats or anything to talk about apart from it's Gatwick. It is busy. There's usually a lot of pilots on the network, so just stay ahead of the game, know what to expect, and then once we have landed, where are my charts for landing? Parking stands on here. Yeah, sort of. Yeah, so if we vacate at Echo Romeo, which is a new one, isn't it? If we vacate Echo Romeo, it's then right on to backtrack, considerate left. If we get off at Fox Romeo, it's cross the runway and on to Juliet. Oh, Echo Romeo's not the new one. No, I'm thinking of something else. Abandoned area. Yeah, so it's always worth noting when you land at Gatwick. If you're on Echo Romeo, you backtrack on the runway. If you get off at Fox Romeo, cross the runway onto Juliet. And then go wherever they say. And the go-around we know is 2,000 feet on the left turn, south. Fuel is good. And just confirming everything that we've just briefed in the box. So that's the arrival. Temper 2 Golf. Radnav we've got set up to the Mayfield VOR. 26 left is in. QNH 1014, which I will preset on here. And on here. Did I put the winds in? I'm not sure if I did actually. Let's confirm those winds. 240 at 3, I think they were. Oh no, 210 at 4. It's the flaps 3 landing for us today, and minimum's 200, VAP 141. Looking to land about 60 tons, and secondary flight plan same as the active. All done. Sit back, relax, and hopefully look forward to a nice landing. Right, I'm just going to munch on a twirl chocolate bar. I'm going to have my teeth late tonight when my wife's home, so I'm hungry. Stole a chocolate bar from the galley. Hey, J-Hog's in the chat. How many balls have you lost between you today? Or found? You have a knack of finding lost balls, don't you? Probably while searching for your own, to be fair. It's been quite a nice day for golf. I'm not a golfer, but it's been quite a nice day for golf today, hasn't it? The sun's not been blazing down, so it's not been too warm. You've lost 2 but found 1. I suppose it could be worse. Could have found none. The 2 you found were probably the ones you lost last week. Thank you, but we're flying into the freeway, or we're flying into we're flying into Innobuilds. I find the frame rates are better. As impressive as the freeware is, it's just... it drains my PC. I don't know how it works for everybody else, but yeah.
Flight crew must report ready with Gatwick delivery on 121.950 when 210 at 4. Visibility 10 kilometers or more. Few clouds at 1,800. Ceiling 4,800 broken. Temperature 2.17. Altimeter 1015. Acknowledge receipt of information Romeo, and for departures, advise aircraft type on first contact, advise on initial contact. You have been...
Yes, I thought that happened. We just had a bit of a altimeter change and we're on a different information, so that's now 1015. And our top of descent is coming up. So we've got these high level clouds now which really do seem to drain my frame rates. See how jerky that is moving around. If those weren't there, it'd be fine. Mark says I've got to get going. Food is calling. Hope it's nice food, Mark. Speak to you soon. J-Hog is a sausage roll. Knowing Mark. Yes, but is it from Greg's? Oh, fish and chips, Mark. Now you're talking. With a battered sausage. I think I can see old Blighty just there in the distance. Vodka, do you use lossless scaling? I don't know, just because I think it's a great app, but when you're streaming it doesn't work. Or at least it didn't. I don't know if it's had an update since I last checked it out. Mark says it's going to go before it's burnt. You're cooking your own fish and chips, Mark? Never. Right, top descent is about 5 miles. FlyCube, if you run OBS in administrator, you see, I don't use OBS. I'm on Streamlabs. Mark, you're doing it for one night only. And Jhog is off to Madeira to... Ah, Jhog. It's easy now. It's yeah, just autopilot can fly most of it. If you fly the AR approach. Mark, you're in Scarborough as well. You're actually on the coast and cooking your own fish and chips. Wow. Alright, descent and 140 blue. Down we go. Mikkel Jensen, good evening to you. Siggy, how do you know if you're going to do ILS, RNAV or visual? Well, if you're flying on the VATSIM network or using a ATC add-on, then air traffic control will probably tell you. But the general rule is if the airport's got an ILS, you fly the ILS. If it's no ILS but it has an RNAV, then you fly the RNAV. If you haven't got any of those, then it's good old VOR, NDB or visual. Jhog, my grass needs cutting. You can come and sort mine out. Right, pull speed set 270. Ah, yes, Jhog, the trees definitely need sorting out. That is very true. The problem is with our house, I don't know if anybody else has got a house like this. To get to the garden, you have to go through the house, which is brilliant for security, because you can lock the kids in the garden and they can't escape. But it's just a pain, you know, when you've got garden rubbish, you've got to drag it through the house, which is just a mess. Dope Z, might be a stupid question, but why don't planes fly right into the airport? For example, 3-1 at LaGuardia circles over the residential area. Ah, no, they don't, Dope. So, those procedures where they circle over the airport and kind of make a teardrop-shaped loop into the airfield. Those are only usually flown if you have lost radio communication. In real life, air traffic control will be vectoring you in, so you're flying more or less straight in. Flying Cube, I've not heard about that. You'll have to drop me a link on it. We'll have a look. It won't work on here, Flying Cube, no. Right, let's tune on to our approach frequency, which is 10682. Flying Cube, either Discord or email. Kirk Baker, make sure you've got your axes in your Microsoft Flight Simulator control set to the correct ones. Check out the video here on the channel about setting that up, because it does catch quite a few people out. There are 2 different axes you can use, and the Phoenix uses the one that no other aircraft uses.
Victor, welcome to Gatwick. Vacate to the right-hand side.
Vacate right-hand side. November 2.
Vodka, are there any plans for Phoenix to add the weather radar? I'm afraid that is all down to Azobo. They would love to add it, but...
Ryanair 8894, Gatwick Director, hello. I'm shortly closing, so continue with Unicom. I suggest 2 minutes between the preceding aircraft and
that's interesting, just checking they are closing suddenly.
Bye-bye.
2 minutes between me and departure aircraft, monitor Unicom 122.8. Thanks for your service, goodbye.
Ryanair 9853, surface winds are 210 degrees at 4 knots, runway 26 left, clear for takeoff.
Vodka, you see PMDG's weather radar
Bye-bye.
is just like the default weather radar in the default A320 Neos. They're not realistic.
Thank you for controlling.
They're just like a top-down view, which isn't
Hold position and contact ground.
isn't realistic.
805. Bye-bye.
Contact ground 121.805.
It's the same reason fly-by-wire haven't got it working either.
Cheers, bye. Break all stations. Gatwick Directors now closed. Continue with Unicom 122.8. Bye-bye.
Back to Unicom. So I can't see any other traffic ahead of us, so we're going to go direct to Tebra now. Got a couple of track miles off, start the approach. Hang on, what was that? Oh, okay. For a minute there, I thought the McDoozle got linked up, but it's not. It's because we're both on the flight plan page and I was editing it. So yeah, that's fine. Steve says Gatwick Director is also having fish and chips. So as you can see, we're just slightly above that profile at the minute. It is catching it up, and that's okay. I can see the ships now as we get close to the channel over there on the left. A busy channel as well. I don't think I've flown into Gatwick since the sim update, so God knows what this is going to look like. Dopes, you import the winds right at the very start of the flight. So let's continue that descent now down to flight level 70. So still in managed descent and 140 magenta. Callum, yeah, expect low frames. Indeed. Flying Cubes, speak to you soon. We've just got a message from through ACARS. This will be our estimated parking stand, I'm guessing. 48 right is the plan. I don't know where that is. Not off the top of my head anyway. Oh, it's all the way over there. Pier 4. Okay. Right, seatbelt signs on. Start concentrating on the arrival properly now. Do love the view as we start to descend. That looks like a nice long runway, wherever that is. Warm enough, we won't need anti-ice, so that's okay. Vodka, is this on auto descent? You mean descent mode? Yes, it is. Yeah, I haven't got it on open descent. We've just left it on auto descent. Not auto descent, it's not called that. Auto descent is something a Boeing does. So I'm just going to pop that back into manage speed for now. And start dropping down to 250 knots slowly. And if the overlay has just had a bit of a moment, I'm just giving it a bit of a kick, and that should be back to normal now. So just turned on the landing system. I'm going to pull speed and hold 250 knots. Now we've done that, let's also activate our approach phase. So that's done as well. And again, it's holding that profile quite nicely. I'd only usually leave things in descent mode when I haven't got ATC online and we're flying sort of the full approach, so I know I'm not getting any shortcuts or anything like that. Frisco, afternoon to you. Hope you're having a good time. You join us just as we hit 10,000 feet on the approach. So we get the lights on. Just waiting for the ILS identifier to come up in a moment, make sure that's correct. And let's continue our descent now. Let's set 4,000 feet. QNH 1015. So let's run the approach checklist. So BARF QNH is 1015. Seatbelt signs are on. Minimums. We'll go auto brake low. Probably don't need them, to be fair. It's a long runway. Don't have to set them, you know. EFB is stowed. So I think what we'll probably do is we'll go direct to Timber now. Doesn't really do anything to our track mileage, but just gets us in terms of our profile, but just gets us there a little bit sooner. In fact, we can almost, I can see no other aircraft coming in, so instead of that, what we'll probably do is if we go direct to Mayfield, and then, probably as we get to here, we can, oh, we had a nav downgrade just then, did you see that? It's back now. Must have lost a satellite signal. I just downgraded again. Oh, it's back. Yeah, that's interesting. So, how far away are we? About 30 miles away. Right. Pop into open descent. I'm going to select 3,000 feet in open descent. Use the VS. Because we're then, probably when we get here, just a few miles from Mayfield. We'll make a right-hand turn and we'll intercept the ILS here. Steve says GPS jamming from Hastings. Isn't it so good though, the fact that the Phoenix replicates losing the GPS signal, which is brilliant. Jabba, why aren't we following the green dot altitude? You don't need to, and you know, a lot of times you won't be able to, because ATC will be giving you directs, shortcuts, things like that. The main thing is you know where you are, you know where situational awareness is, and you are on your own sort of profile. So we're using VS at the moment, and I'm going to level off 3,000 feet here. I'm not actually, because I'm going to take a shortcut. We also need to slow down as well, because we're at 250 knots at the moment. So we're 20 miles away from Mayfield. What we're going to do now is push for managed speed. So you'll see the thrust will roll back, start to lose speed. Hello.
Hi, Captain. The cabin is now secure for landing.
All right, thank you. Just popping into open descent, just so we'll level off for a second while we just drop that speed. Thrust idle open descent. Hazo Bazo, you know as much as I do, I'm afraid. And Andrew, yep, this is the Fenix A320. That is correct. Aircraft just off to our right here. I'm assuming he's on the ILS over there somewhere. It looks like he is. So we might sort of hold our speed here. We will fly this full procedure then, because that should give him time to get in. So VS 700. Although I seem to be catching him up, so I don't know how slow he's going. Captain Rishi, is he a departure? That's fine then. Yeah, I thought... Oh, he's going very... He's actually moving further away, isn't he?
Down to 70 inbound to Vic.
As long as he's a departure. I can't see him anywhere. It's too cloudy. Captain Mish providing ATC for us. Jabba ILS approaches do not use VORs. No, that would be a VOR approach. Okay, so what we're going to do now then is I'm going to pull heading. We're going to wind it round here and we'll pick up that ILS. India Whiskey Whiskey is identified, 22 miles out. Let's tidy up our flight plan. There we go. So that's our runway centre line now, as you can see there as well, so we've got an idea where that is. No ATC around. Sorry, no aircraft around, so we're fine.
Gatwick traffic, airline 678 holding the entry 26 left, Gatwick.
Just need S2 for the tower, yeah, that's right.
780 or 7600 lining up, 26 left, Gatwick.
So we're still 18 miles away. There's no point making the call because, well, it's not going to affect him. Alright, so autopilot 1 and 2 are on, and we've put the approach mode on, so alt glide slope, lock blue, cat 3 dual, autopilot 1 and 2. We're nicely on this glide already, look. Andrew, the Fenix A320 is as real as it gets, and it is absolutely worth £50. It's worth more than that, to be honest, but yes. Gatwick traffic easy 39 Echo Delta is 15 miles out from Gatwick to the east, and we're about 5 miles south of the runway centre line to intercept ILS runway 26 left.
Gatwick traffic airline 678 departing 26 left.
Yes, that's
traffic speed, but,
another departure there.
It's passing Big at 8,000 feet, further descending at 3,000 feet for 27 left at Heathrow. Diesel traffic.
Okay, so let's start configuring ourselves. Flaps 1, speeds checked. Flaps 1. I'll set speed 180. Lock star. Follow the river.
Gatwick traffic airline 678 airborne 26 left Gatwick.
And Gatwick traffic easy 39 Echo Delta established 26 left 10 mile final speed 180. And runway is in sight. Glide slope star, so we'll go flaps 2 now. Speeds checked just under S speed, so flaps 2. Right, missed approach altitude.
Gatwick traffic, Monarch 2546 holding short of Alpha 2 runway 26 left, giving way to the landing traffic.
2,000 feet, set. Radio altimeter is alive. Actually, missed approach altitude is 3,000 feet. It's at 2,000 feet you make the left turn. 7 mile final. Easy Gatwick traffic easy 3 Echo Delta, 7 mile final, 26 left. Right, 6 miles, speed, gear, spoilers, flaps 3, speeds checked, flaps 3. Steve, do all that around between 5 and 6 miles. We're not in a 777. Plenty of time. Reminder if we need to go around straight out runway track. 2,000 feet left turn. Let's see if we can remember how to land. 1,000 feet. Autopilot's R5 control. Landing checklist, camera secured. Go around altitude, 3,000 feet set. Eco memo, landing, no blue. Just got that in before the 1,000 feet marker. Stable. Three reds.
Gatwick traffic, Monarch 2546 will be lining up from bay 26 left behind the arriving traffic.
100. 100 above.
Heathrow traffic, shuttle 2 kilo, lining up 27 right via Alpha 5, Heathrow.
Minimum 5. Minimum.
Okay, so we've got spoilers, reverse, decel. Reverse is off. Manual brakes. Just give it a few more feet, then we'll report vacated. Gatwick traffic easy, 39 Echo Delta, runway 26 left vacated. Crossover.
Traffic
on
Monarch
backtrack.
2546 taking over from bay 26 left by the Brumbo now 1x3 departure Gatwick.
Gatwick traffic, easy free is 5 mile final, runway 26 left.
Ooh, there's a surprise arrival. Two hours, 7 minutes. So just sort our overhead out, get the lights on, APU started. We'll start the timer for 3 minutes. APU start, spoilers and flaps all up. David, yeah, this is the Innobills origamis. Origami. However you pronounce it. TCAS is off.
Ladies and gentlemen, the cabin crew will shortly be leaving their seats to perform safety-related duties. However, we ask that you remain seated until the fasten seatbelt sign has been switched off. Portable electronic devices for messaging, calls or internet access may now be used. Please make sure that you take all your personal belongings with you, checking in the seat pocket, underneath the seat and in the overhead lockers. Do take care when opening the lockers in case anything falls out. Smoking is not permitted until you reach a designated smoking area. On behalf of the
So 48 right apparently was our designated parking stand.
For the latest news, promotions, destination information, or Easyjet.
See if GSX is going to play ball with that. Oh, stand 48, that's close enough.
Gatwick traffic, easy free vacated runway 26 left.
32 knots. We're a bit fast on the speed. Gatwick ground, easy 39 Echo Delta with you on Juliet.
Easy 39 Echo Delta, Gatwick ground, hello, welcome to Gatwick taxi stand 48 via Romeo and Lima.
Stand 48 via Romeo and Lima, easy 39 Echo Delta. Steve, I forgot the ground was online. I'm surprised they didn't ping us.
On the 65 Tango, request taxi.
Tomjet 65 Tango, taxi point Alpha 326 left via Lima, Papa and Alpha November.
Roger, Lima, Papa and Alpha November, holding point Alpha 3 runway 26 left from the 65 Tango.
Left here on Romeo. Oh, it's been great to do a flight again. I say I have been missing it so much. So to have you guys back with us for our afternoon flight today. What, we had about a flight time of 2 hours? Yeah, it's been good.
Go ground, hello, this is EC22 Romeo, ready to check.
EC23 Romeo, Gatwick ground, hello, this 5.
Gatwick ground, very good evening, apologies, I was calling on static out beforehand, easy freight 3 with you on Juliet.
Easy 393 Gatwick ground, hello, welcome to Gatwick, taxi stand 5, 6, correction 555 via Juliet, Romeo and Lima, and Quebec Alpha.
Juliet, Romeo, Lima, Quebec Alpha, and a nice easy stand 555 for easy freight 3.
Thought that sign was incorrect there, the signage on the ground. I thought it said the Romeo Alpha was straight on. Yeah, this isn't Romeo Alpha. That sign's wrong. This is Romeo. Romeo Alpha is the little shortcut. Is it just me or does the ground look wet?
EC23 Romeo, I don't have a flight plan for you, sorry.
Apologies, I'll get that filed.
Sure, 905, 901, holding point, Mike 1.
Offshore 905, 901, no further races, Nikon 1 to this, bye bye.
That's one of those driverless vehicles there. Back to Elon Musk. Goofy says he's just missed a landing. Never mind. You can go to YouTube and watch it on VOD.
ET22 Romeo once again requesting a flight to Bristol, stand 20 feet of A320 within Swiss.
ET23 Romeo, thank you, I'll call you back.
Okay, left around the corner here, and stand 48 is then just on our left. Don't often park this far away from the runway.
Tomjet 65 Tango, no further races, Unicom 122 decimal, bye bye.
Minus Unicom 122 decimal, Tomjet 65 Tango, have a great evening, cheers.
Hey.
Taxi lights off.
Brown, good evening, Iberian 384, radio check.
Iberia 9384, Gatwick ground, hello, read a bit 5.
We are in the stand 21, información Romeo in Boa, flight plan to Alicante, ready to copy, Iberian 9384.
Iberia 9384, clear to Alicante, Box 1 X-ray, squawk 1256.
Repeat, please, squawk. Brown, do you repeat, please? No understand Iberian 9384.
There we go. And parking brake set. And we're done. Awesome. APU is running. Let's get a bit of APU bleed on for a moment. And then we'll shut those engines down. 1, 2. Welcome to London Gatwick, where it didn't rain, which is nice.
Ryanair 121 Gatwick ground, good afternoon, with you at gate 4, aircraft type Boeing 737-800 with information Romeo on board.
10 and 10.
1015, crossing an alpha clearance to Manchester.
Beacon lights off.
Ryanair 121 Gatwick ground, hello, clear to Manchester. Land
Fuel pumps off.
2247.
Seatbelt signs off. And we're clear to deboard.
Manchester via Lambourne 6 Mark departure and squawk 2247 for Ryanair 1.
I think, well, I hope GSX will just sort that all by itself. Ah, excellent. Well, there we are, guys. All done. I'll cancel that. Yeah, just check overhead. That's done. That should be on captain. That's done. We'll get the packs off. Don't need those anymore. Doors are getting opened. Yeah. Right. Passengers go bye-bye. Eventually. If they're there. Squawk set standby at 2000. And that's the lot. Ready for the next flight that somebody else will be doing, not me. Also, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I do hope you've enjoyed our afternoon flight. Reminder, if you have, please don't forget to hit that like button, and of course, check out the aviation gift shop. We've also got the Contrail store with that gift discount code as well, so be sure to jot that down and use that on your next purchases. Save yourself some money. And of course, anything you're getting from Innobuilds, our channel partner, you can use the links in the video description, which also then supports us here at the channel as well. So a big thank you to those of you who have already done that as well, either now or in the past. Yeah, there we go. Hope you've had a good afternoon. Not quite sure why we've not got a jetway joining us. We have got the beacon lights all turned off. Is GSX going to deboard? I might just have to give it a bit of a nudge. Oh, change facility. Oh, did I set the wrong gate? I opened GSX. That might be why. Okay. That'll do. Here at current gate. It didn't like that. Oh. Whatever. Ah, cancel that alarm. Oh, do you know what? Just go outside. Can't hear it then. Well, there we are, guys. Thank you so much. I hope you've had a good flight with us today. Not sure when our next live stream will be, I'm afraid. It's just the usual stuff of, as I've been saying, it's just difficult at the moment to find the time to do all this stuff. But I promise, when our next live stream will be, you'll hear about it, of course, on the on Discord server. So that's the place to be to find out when our next streams and videos and things like that will be coming out. Huge thanks to those of you as well, our Easyjet Sim Pilot channel members, who are absolutely awesome, and as always, supporters so much. Really generous of you guys, and really grateful for all of your support as well. For those as well who've donated, contributed, supported during our stream today as well, massive thanks to you guys. Really do appreciate that as well, of course. So yeah, until next time, I look forward to seeing you all again very soon. Whatever you're doing, hope you're having a great summer. I'll see you See you hopefully sooner rather than later. Have a great evening, everyone. Bye bye.